It's cinema. It's your boy Laughers Up Made, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy, and of course I'm joined with the Prince of Debauchery, the scumbag himself, my boy Afro coming 765. You doing they tour?
You already know your local neighborhood scumbag here to give the folks their daily dose of dirtbag. Same gimmick, different day on the 1000th day of our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Woo!
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it. Listen. All I gotta say is it was cinema. I'm gonna say it again. Listen, I I have complained about thinking Cody should have won, but when you look at the story that was told tonight, I kind of eased up on it a lot. Why? Because on the 1000th day, Roman finally lost.
Which go back, look at last week's episode or the week before. I called this. I was like, him losing on this 1000th day would be some sick duality we got going on.
To Sami and KO. KO his first official rivalry outside the family, and then Sami is basically his last rivalry.
Well, I don't know. Now he's got a rivalry with Jay apparently. I mean, Jimmy. Yeah. Jimmy. It's finally Jimmy's time.
And the Usos finally betrayed him on his 1000th day. I'm like, hey, if you put all that into 1000th day, he loses to Sami, which he hates, which he emoted through the whole match.
Hey, bruh, he sold bruh. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's like they're getting a divorce. Like, he is the woman scorned here, but he is selling that shit. Like, bruh, final boss vibes are still off the chart. Even though he took an L today, of course he didn't take the pin. Roman ain't been pinned since 2019. The nigga that pins Roman Reigns gonna be that guy.
Yo, he literally was outside the ring talking about, I wish I never met
you. Yeah, that was where I popped. I was like, this nigga is truly hurt by this. But did you notice in the crowd when they were doing the whole Sami chants, and Roman was like, they wouldn't be doing this without you, and then they switched it to the old NXT chants. I was like, damn, even the crowd. And Roman's face when he heard them switch chants, and think this was before the match even started. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is just the little stare down we're getting all this in. It was amazing.
Yeah, like we know who he is, and I'm like, listen, for Roman, the best thing Roman is
Sami got the sick pop though.
He did.
Of course he always gets the sick pop, but just you could feel the energy was palpable, folks.
Yeah. Roman's the best at one thing specifically, is playing to the crowd.
His in-ring psychology is top tier, next to none.
Like, even if the crowd do something he don't expect, he will adapt right away and do something that perfectly fits. Like, Tori just said the story about when they changed the time. He was like, see all this you got because of me. And then they went to the NXT. He was like,
he was like, God damn. He was like, I didn't have nothing. But then he was like, he gave him the finger point. I was like, this nigga is a master.
Then even playing with the ring, playing with the crowd.
Roman low-key master the rest holds. Go all the way back to goddamn him versus Edge and Bryan Danielson. I'll lay on this bitch all night if I got to. I mean, I'm 265 pounds. I can't be moved, nigga.
My arms is extra big.
Extra big.
Hey, and then he did a little hold on him, and he like hit Sami out the rope, and then pretend he was tying the shoe outside.
Yep, bruh.
And that's my problem with even WWE and AEW. Most people, the referee looks at him, but as soon as he hit him, the referee turned around, he tied the shoe. I'm like,
it's just
no hesitation.
People got so used to just burying the referees, bro. And that's what it is. We got so used to the wrestlers and everybody just burying the referees that now we get a pop when a referee's doing their job or when a fucking wrestler's actually working to distract the referee from not getting disqualified.
Yeah, Roman, why is Roman doing tag team wrestling better than everybody?
Bruh. And it's not, and the horrible thing is he's just sticking to the basics.
Just basic stuff like distract the referee, manipulate, trick. The referee tell you to get out. Wait till the 5 count. Run out the ring. Get back in.
Hey, if Brian Danielson taught us anything, it's you have until 5 on the rope break.
Yes. So just do all that. Use every time you save somebody, use the whole 10 seconds that you get on the 15 seconds that you get to them.
But even as far as because the only little problems I had in the match. So I'm guessing we're just going to go backwards through the card at this point if we're just going to break it down. Because unless you want, but okay, I did see some things
I talk about. This is what people want to talk about. So
I did see some things that I didn't like from Solo, but I then put into consideration Solo's not a tag team wrestler. So of course he might not be the most well versed. Like I felt like he could have been a little quicker in like cutting off the ring. And some of the times when KO or Sami were trying to build up for the hot tag, he would just be a little bit too slow. They'd get a little bit closer than I felt like they should have. Just little nuanced shit like that. But other than that,
but Roman people forget Roman and Seth was like tag team champions multiple times. So
Roman has been a tag team wrestler before. He's just been on the most fucking dominant singles run in recent memory right now. So people
his whole first year was like
well, yeah, because it was him. Because when they finally when the Shield finally got gold, it was him and Seth tag champions, and then Dean Ambrose was the United States. I thought it was United States.
One of them. He was
one of the mid titles.
Yeah, so whichever one. And then it was Seth and Roman the whole time. So he learned a lot of tag team. Solo has never been in a tag team since he's been here. Never.
Even though he does come from a family of tag teams. I mean, his father was one of the Samoan.
NXT wasn't in a tag team, so no, he's never been in that. No. WWE, he's only tagged with Roman. Has he ever even been in a tag match?
I'm sure there was a tag match in NXT.
He was supposed to be in
a tag match in NXT.
He was supposed to be with Roman, but then that match with Brock attacked Cody, so he didn't get that match.
Yeah.
Has he ever did a tag match? So if he never did a tag match, I'm even gonna be.
I'm sure he has had a tag match in NXT. If not, didn't he team with? No, that was Sami that teamed up with Jimmy that night that Jay didn't show up, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he ever had a tag match.
If not, then that was an amazing first tag match. And no wonder he had them little itty bitty problems I saw.
Was this one? No, that's the Night of Champions ones. I don't even see.
Well, then apparently Solo's never had a tag match, as far as we know.
Yeah, y'all can tell us in the comments if he ever had a tag match, but
as far as the interweb right now, it hasn't given us any definite confirmation at this point.
Yeah, so
but if not, that's an amazing first showing. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, so y'all let us know in the comments. I have no clue if he ever been in a tag match, but I can't remember one. I was thinking he was friendly with Carmelo that time, but then I don't think they ever tagged.
He was right around when I stopped watching NXT, so I wouldn't know because Solo came in right in when we did the horrendous 2.0 shit. When it first became NXT 2.0.
Yeah, and he was just doing them the other man. I'm trying to see if he had I see North American title, Grayson Waller, Gunther, Boa. Yeah, I do not see a tag match.
Well, then good fucking show.
You know what I'm saying? So if he never been in a tag match, you can forgive all that.
But he was in there with three above average tag team wrestlers.
Yeah. Even though Roman does say I'm not a tag team.
He says he's not a tag team wrestler, but he's got tag team experience.
Ain't he like a 3-time tag team champion?
Something like that. 1-time NXT, 2-time main roster, or vice versa. 2-time NXT, 1-time.
Because Cody and Dustin beat him in that match to keep for the championship after they won the match with Dusty. Last time he did the bionic elbow on Dean Ambrose. The last bionic elbow we ever seen was to Dean Ambrose, and then he helped them keep their job, and then they won when Cody hit him with 3 crossroads on Seth Rollins, and then they won the tag belt. So that, and I think they won it back. So I think that's automatically to him later on. So, but man, everything. I liked Superman punch from Sami Zayn,
It
Spear from
was good.
Kevin Owens.
That was cute. One right after the other too. Sammy got off the Superman punch, then a couple of seconds later, bam. So Roman got hit with both of his finishers, and then the super kick party commenced. And no, the Young Bucks weren't invited, folks.
Young Bucks versus Usos gonna be the ultimate super kick party.
It would be.
But the Usos came. Most people were surprised. People didn't think they could.
Yeah, I didn't know if they were gonna let them niggas in the country. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So
The Usos have been banned from countries for prior dealings before, so I'm glad to see that's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, so they threw the
But it
table.
added something that we didn't know for sure that they were there. Yeah. They just rushed the ring and beat the shit out of Kevin Owens, trapped that nigga underneath the announce table.
Yeah, and then got in the ring, and it was super kicking Sammy.
And then they went for the double super kick, and Sammy ducked it. They hit Solo.
And then Roman saw that. He didn't see nothing else. And
he only saw them super kick.
Shout out to the production team, because as soon as he super
their camera cuts were on. Point.
So Roman looks up and saw him super kick, and then said, "What are y'all doing? I told y'all not to come here." And then he pushes Jay in the face, and Jimmy said, "Nah, bro, you ain't doing my brother like that."
Kick. Well, no, he pushes Jimmy, and then he pushes Jay.
Yeah, he did.
And then when he turns back around to go back to Jimmy super kicks that nigga.
And then Jay said, "What are you doing?" And this is my favorite line of the whole thing. The same thing Sammy said. I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago. I'm like, it's gonna stick in Jimmy.
But the ultimate irony in that is that if you look back to the main event Jey Uso run, it was Jimmy telling that nigga to get in line, and now it's Jimmy that fired the first shot. Bruh. And then the irony works on so many levels, it's not funny.
And then Roman went to his knee, which is great storytelling. So while they arguing, Roman on his knees shook.
He tried to collect himself.
And then they have this argument, and I'm like, okay, they just gonna leave or they gonna do it together? No, let's make it a story again. Jay finna help Roman up. Jimmy pushes him and then said what I said before. I'm a little late behind, but he said I did it, and then did it again, and then said let's go. And just walked out.
They walked out.
And Jay is concerned. He's like,
I was gonna say the last super kick did cause Roman to go out of the ring. Roman was not the legal man at the time. Solo Sikoa was the legal man. So then Solo comes back in the ring. He gets stunnered. The stunner leads to him in the corner. Haluva kick, 1, 2, 3, champion retention, as you were saying.
The referee was almost a little late. Then it got awkward.
Well, yeah, the referee. There was a ref bump, folks. The ref got knocked out. And another referee came in after the crowd counted the 3, so technically Solo ate a 6 count.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He came right when they said 3 and then counted 1,
2, 3. So yeah, Solo ate a 6 count.
Well, you got put.
It was after a stunner and a haluva kick. So he got hit by 2 finishers. Of course, he was down for 2, 3 counts. Yeah. Makes sense. Kayfabe math, folks.
And then we go to the celebration. And Roman is looking around distraught, doing an amazing acting job. And then Sammy said, "I told you, you'll never get these." And Roman looked distraught.
The cracks have firmly formed, folks.
Yeah, so Jay gonna have to make a decision Friday, and we know he's picking it, brother. That's the only reason.
Come on, it's the Usos.
He's the only reason he's even in this situation, because Roman's about to murder his brother with some steps. If we remember back in the crying Roman Reigns, I quit, Roman. And that's the only reason he fell in line in the first place. So I doubt he betrayed brother. So the only one is the little brother, who might be a little pissed.
He did catch a double super kick from both of his big brothers.
So
I'd be a little angry too.
So they
gotta bring Rikishi in to shame the Usos. How you kick your little brother?
Bring Big Brother in to take care of it. Rikishi, bring your Taker Fatu in.
Let's go. Then we could get an actual. Let's get that. I was surprised they acknowledged the Samoan SWAT team. Usually, it's only the freaking head shrinkers.
You know, it'd be dope though. if Solo's so mad and they can't control him, but he said, "Don't let me."
Ooh.
And then Rikishi say, "Don't make me get the big brother." And then the pop would go crazy. Like that's the only person Solo scared of. He ain't scared of Roman and but don't make me get your big brother. And then he act right.
Hey, by threat of Samoan werewolf, yo.
That'll be a dope intro because I know he probably can't leave to probably next year or something. So that'd be like a dope little hit.
And we know the problems that MLW and freaking WWE have with the whole suing them for contract tampering and whatnot.
Yeah. So that'll be a dope hint that WWE really want to sign him in the future if they did that. It won't happen quickly, but it'll be like a way that Rikishi can control Solo. Only one person can control him. The Samoan werewolf is the only one that can control Solo, which would be a dope story. And I'm pretty sure Tori wants Jacob Fatu to be what Solo is.
Anyone would. I would say Jacob Fatu should have had the spot that Solo has. There's no arguing that. I've said that shit since the beginning.
But if you do it like that, the only one that can control this beast is that beast.
But that means he's got to beat up Roman at some point.
I think that's coming. Roman gonna lose that belt when he by himself, which is gonna be the end of the story. I think that's.
So what if they hit him with the double whammy, and Jay and Solo leave? Solo's not all bent out of shape over the double super kick, and he's like, "I gotta rock with my actual brothers."
No, I think they're gonna make it. They're gonna probably hold it.
I mean, they can draw it off to Money in the Bank.
Yeah, they're gonna do that to Money. Then in SummerSlam have the big.
Which how ironic is Money in the Bank being in London just a couple weeks before or after the All In show in Wembley.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
They were like, "How do we go a step up from Wembley on Tony? Oh, let's do the O2 in London."
But it's gonna be. Hey, listen, this story is amazing.
It is. There is no arguing that.
Every time I think that I'm tired of this story, somehow when Roman come back,
they revitalize it.
And I gotta give credit to it. We like to say, "Oh, Sammy saved everybody." It gets boring until Roman come back. I don't know what it is.
Roman is the main character. Let's just be honest.
That's what I'm saying. It don't matter who you put in it. He has to be there to make the story go, or it's just gonna feel like, oh, we just.
But we do eventually. They need to go ahead and merge but they gotta he doesn't need 2 belts anymore. Because what is the black belt now that there's a new heavyweight championship?
I know I hear rumors that it's gonna be next year September. I doubt it. I think
I think they should just fuse. Shouldn't the belts that Roman have just be merged at this point?
I think it'll be after he lose it. Because I think he's having too much fun with his personality to have 2 belts. It felt like an ego trip. So
really?
It fits his personality that he has 2 belts. Like it makes
even though one of them really doesn't mean anything now. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's like an ego trip that I can wave 2 belts around because I got all the belts. Unless they want to say the fact he didn't get 4, he just get pissed and be like, I don't need 2 now. I didn't get all my belts. So that's the only reason. But his personality, like I always go out because wrestling wise, it makes
an actual undisputed universal title.
Wrestling wise, it makes sense for it to just be fused. But Roman Reigns character wise, like his ego, like I have all these belts, and he like to wave them around everywhere and do all that shit. And he can't do it with 1 belt. It's a lot less awkward to do it with 1 like this instead of having 2 to throw them around.
So, yeah, or you got Paul Heyman would be
Paul
carrier job.
Yeah, he has an older belt. So, but yeah, Roman that fits Roman. So let's get into the rest of the pay-per-view because we spent a long time talking about it. It's the cinema of the show. It's the main point of the show.
Yeah, it was the main event for a reason at the end of the day.
I even argued that the first one should be the main event, but watching if they're gonna do the Jey Uso 1,000-day turn, Sammy winning the internet.
They needed the main event slot for those kind of angles.
And the way Sammy over.
I thought that it was smart I saw a lot of people were against putting the heavyweight title up first. But I thought it was smart marketing wise. Like you want to make sure people are tuned in at this beginning point. You know what I mean? With the card starting at 1 p.m. freaking Eastern. So you had to get something in there to actually get the people in there. I think Seth versus AJ was a good way to do it.
It did. It was a fantastic match.
It was very good, especially. And I won't stop shooting AJ Bail on this. We got to remember, AJ is 45 years old, coming off of a broken leg, and just showed the fuck out.
Yeah, he had an amazing match. I know sometimes we have expectation when we say these two people name that we expect a match of the decade. If you tell me Seth Rollins, AJ Styles, you like, oh my god, match of the decade. This match
Yeah,
might be the match of
like
the century.
no arguments.
But
This could be one of the best ever.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But having a match of the year contender is like a disappointment to some people. That's
Which is crazy.
what I'm saying. No, it wasn't the greatest match ever, and I'm upset about it. Cause I get it. Cause when you think of two of the, if you put Mount Rushmore of two of the best workers, they gonna be up there. You gonna or AJ and Seth gonna be up there with Shawn Michaels. Y'all won't be.
Mankind.
Listen, I'm trying to get Ric Flair never to wrestle again. BMT. I don't know. He keep trying
Listen,
to wrestle.
AJ Styles isn't senior citizen levels yet. That man's he's like 45 years
We
old.
complain about Sting jumping off stuff because we know
Yeah,
he can stop.
Sting is the same age as my fucking mom jumping off of balconies and shit, bro. Like 60 something years old. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I want Sting to stop. I want Ric Flair to stop.
Yeah, Ric Flair should never have another match. That nigga was 70 in his last match, and I literally thought he was gonna die. It was a
He,
tag match too, and he got juice. What's a
and he
70-year-old doing getting juice?
and he faking heart attacks, which is not a good look. I'm like, sir, do not do that in no match, dog. You is too old to fake heart attacks in a
Because we're gonna think it's real.
That's what I'm saying. Don't
But
fake
that
heart.
could be the biggest wrestling video on the internet ever is the person who catches video of Ric Flair kicking the bucket in the ring.
He did say in his TNA promo that he's gonna die in the ring. Remember that?
Which is horrible for us. We're gonna be nice and traumatized watching a beautiful pay-per-view, and then all of a sudden one of the greatest wrestlers in the world kicks the bucket because he doesn't know when to call it quits.
Yeah. So yeah, we not remember. But AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, amazing match, a top notch. Match of the year. I agree with Tori. I don't think it's the match of the year because I have one match
I
specifically
would
ahead of that.
say I might actually have a couple matches that I have ahead, but it was an amazing match.
I also got Vikingo versus, was that this year versus Ray Phoenix? That was in January or was that?
Yeah, was that in January? That might have been the end of last year.
If it was last year, then this can go up a little bit. Even Ray
Yeah,
Phoenix and Vikingo was better.
Vikingo
But
and Kenny Omega was a good match,
you know what
though.
I'm saying, that's up
It was
there
a
too.
really good match.
I might put that above this one too. Vikingo versus Ray Phoenix was better than Vikingo versus Kenny Omega to me. So the Vikingo Ray Phoenix match, go watch that. That was amazing. But it was up to AJ brought a lot of them old moves out that I ain't seen in a minute. Seth even brought out the little backhead kick.
Yeah. Yo, when freaking when AJ hit a springboard reverse DDT, I was like, this nigga in the zone. He ain't playing.
That's what I'm saying.
He hit 2 calf crushers, maybe 3 calf crushers actually. He was
He looked
in
good.
rare form.
And Seth, he took that move from Seth very well off the top rope to the reverse
Yeah.
suplex.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like a reverse. It was like a reverse suplex into a reverse DDT. It was nasty.
Yeah, and
A reverse sit out DDT.
I said the same. He already did it. BMT already said it. Ric Flair already scared us. Yeah. He already faked it.
I was gonna say he already faked the. So we're thinking the next one will probably be real.
Yeah, so I turned it off as soon as I saw that, and I didn't watch the rest of the match. So I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened. But the match was really good. If you say a match of the year, I ain't gonna be mad at you. I don't have it a match of the year. It could be in my top four. Top four. So, and I have to think about number 3. So, but it's in my top 4.
It was a good match. No ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Very in ring.
Dave will give it 3.5 to 4 stars.
I've seen Dave give some wild matches like 3.5 stars. What Stone Cold versus The Rock was like 1 to 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm like, you are insane. This is the most over match.
But listen, freaking the Undertaker and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 27 only got 4 stars, bruh. That was the best fucking wrestling match ever.
By a lot of people too, and that's by a lot of people. But next up, we had Trish and Becky Lynch.
Becky came out dressed like Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill. Fire.
Yeah, and the match was okay. Trish is older.
Trish is older. Becky tried her
And
best to
she
carry
wasn't the
her.
best ever, too. She was never the best
I
wrestler.
was going to say this is revisionist history all day. Niggas been like Trish was so nasty in ring. I was like, what?
I don't outside of her and Mickey James, and we know why we remember that match.
And
Name
yeah,
name another match y'all remember from Trish. Just be honest.
maybe something. She have a run with Lita at some point.
The match y'all remember is that Braun Panties match on Raw. Let's not pretend.
That's,
Let's not pretend when Lita won, took the shirt off and ran down the stage and did that. That's what y'all remember. Y'all don't
that is
remember
what
no
we
Trish
remember.
matches outside of that. I probably remember most Stacy Keibler matches than I do Trish matches. I remember a lot of her promos.
Stacey
I do.
Keebler was so fire though. And think she went and married George fucking Clooney after that, bro.
She did. So I don't know why y'all try to be like, oh, Trish was better than most of
He
the
was
people
watching
outside
them
of
bra
those.
and panty matches, yo. Guarantee you George Clooney was watching them back in the day.
But yeah, and I'm just saying what y'all remember because y'all don't remember outside the Mickey James match. Y'all don't remember a regular match. Name a match. I just want y'all to do it right now.
Drop it
I,
in the comments down below.
now I mentioned you can't mention the Mickey James match. I mentioned the Mickey James match. But other than that,
No,
name
don't mention the Lita matches either. No Lita, no Mickey James. What else do you remember?
shoot. If you could find a regular leader match that you remember, I'll be okay. A
No,
regular,
we don't listen. I'm letting that bra and panties rock, nigga. Fuck what you talking about.
but that's what it was. I'm just being
Wait,
honest.
hold on? Wait, didn't she have a match with Jacqueline that was actually somewhat decent? I mean, I feel like Jacqueline probably carried it, but I might
Jacqueline
be
was really.
wrong.
I
She was a
don't.
buff ass black bitch, yo.
I don't remember. By the way, we ain't object. I'm just telling you the honest
I'm
truth.
objectifying the shit out of them. We're talking about bra and panty matches, bro.
I'm just saying I'm not doing it like out of disrespect. I'm just being honest with y'all. Like
Respectfully, them
if you
things
ask
were
me
things back
remember
in
a
the
leader
day.
match, I will remember a leader match. I'm just saying I can remember a few leader matches. Matter of fact, Lita had that mixed gender tag match that was amazing. She did great in when
But
when Matt Hardy versus who was they fighting? Was it what's her name?
was it Test and Trish Stratus?
No, that was I don't.
I remember when Test and Trish Stratus were on a little. They had a little run together. R.I.P. Test.
But by the way, to credit Trish, she was always fun on the mic.
She was
And
always amazing to look at in the ring too.
like I'm
She
always
still
remember.
is. I mean, let's be
I'm
honest.
always remember when she interrupted Kane Whitten. That was
I'll always remember when she had to kiss Vince McMahon's bare ass in front of all of Madison Square Garden.
shout out to Becky for bringing it up in a promo. We like Cody. You think barking is bad? But
I'll never forget that. I was like 8 or 9 when that shit happened, but I will never forget that. You had to kiss Vince McMahon's ass in front of a whole. I don't know for sure if it was at Madison Square Garden or not, but it'd be a lot better if it was.
then he tried to make her do it again. The Rock made the save and made Vince kiss Rikishi.
Yeah.
And then
But
we had
no,
Zoe Stark showed up. Which how you feel about Zoe Stark being with Trish? I think it could be great because Zoe is good in the ring, but she had
it
lacks.
has to get better on the mic.
I just think just in ring charisma in general.
I
I
mean,
don't think.
if I'm gonna get Zoe Starks versus Becky Lynch out of this, I'm completely fine with that. Because I feel
But
like that is a match with serious potential. No ifs, ands, or
but
buts.
but Monte was
And
talking in
both
the
of them
group
have
chat.
great butts.
And Monte was talking about in the group chat, it's not pay per view worthy. That's what Trish
No,
come in
but
to help Zoe.
but that's the thing.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That when Trish come in to help Zoe get to that level.
Yeah, but it doesn't even need to be pay per view. We got to remember pay per views are only a couple times out of the twice a month. There's still fucking 8 different shows of regular wrestling we got to watch. So even if I'm getting fucking Becky Lynch versus Zoe Stark as a freaking main event on a SmackDown, I'm okay with that, or a main event of a Raw.
Yeah.
Which
So this
yeah, it'd be Raw because I'm pretty sure that's what brand they're on. But still, I'd be okay with that because it's just a good match.
what?
I don't know if that could. I'd pay to see that though. Any kid that wants to get stunned to death, please get it recorded.
Like I only have a day to live. Can you stun me until that's a
Yeah,
wild way. Our chatters are wild. Shout out to BMT. Next up, we had Gunther versus Mustafa Ali, and this proved again that if you give Mustafa Ali time, he
He
can.
can shine.
Yeah, and Gunther is Gunther. He
Yeah.
is.
Immaculate as per usual.
That match was back and forth until Mustafa Ali made one mistake, and I loved it every time. Sheamus,
Bruh.
everybody Gunther face. The one mistake.
The double lariat though, bruh.
Oh, it's
He
beautiful.
sold that shit like a fucking guillotine. Chopped his fucking head off, bruh, both times.
And then he went for the 450 splash miss. Gunther did a double kick right to the chest quickly. He didn't waste time, just like a great wrestler should.
Hey,
Instantly went for
let's
the
also
power
say
bomb.
I was going to say let's also say Mustafa Ali got a power bomb off on Gunther. Fucking,
And two or 450.
I was going to say, and hit the 450.
Yeah, so it
So
was.
he got his shit in and fucking put the champ over. It was just a good old school feeling match. It
I
was
wish that
little guy versus big guy, and the little guy just couldn't quite get it done.
he made one mistake. He paid for it. So
That folks, go look at those lariats. I'm pretty sure I retweeted them right after it happened. Freaking
link in
they
right here. So go look
they
at
they
African
were
Commission 2.
so freaking gross. Like, man, definite Stan Hansen vibes. I can't even lie. Those were nasty. JBL would have been like, that's a damn good lariat.
Yeah. So hey, by the way, these matches on this pay per view was really good. Outside of that,
Yeah, outside of the little snafu that Trish and Becky had, this was a damn good pay per view.
yeah, it wasn't even like super bad, egregious. It
Yeah.
just not on the level of everything else, which is fine. Like I said, Trish is older and
I
done
was
ain't
gonna say
wrestling.
Trish is older. She just now what? This is only her second, third match back since she's came back. It's not like she's super well in.
Yeah. Next up we had Asuka and Bianca, and Jane Cena finally lost.
Yeah, big match, Jane. No more.
And
And
that
they
match
did
was
it. They did it in a clever way that I feel like a lot of people are gonna hate on. But for your hardcore fan out there, anyone else like yo, give the Muda 101. Sometimes you can't spit the mist, so you just put it on your hands and bam,
with the
right in
tape.
the eye.
With the tape. With the tape, by the way. It's a classic heel move from Muda and Oscar back in the day. When I missed the miss, don't worry, I got a backup plan. Let me scraping your eyes while you especially Bianca move fits 100%
Yeah.
to do it. Like you put me up there and then I just put it on my hand because I know what side you always put on, so I just put the hand in your eye while the referee can't see it. It's beautiful thing. And Oscar getting the win, making her a 3-time Raw Women Champion, 1-time SmackDown Champion, Money in the Bank winner, Royal Rumble winner, Mixed Match Challenge winner, War Games winner,
She done the
Elim-
damn thing.
Elimination Chamber winner, Women's Tag Team Champion, multiple time 3, 1-time SmackDown Champion.
And multiple time Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Champion as well.
Yeah, longest reigning NXT champion in history. Had to basically broke Goldberg's record for longest winning streak. Like, listen, she first ballot Hall of Fame, even though
And
we
her
still
and we've said it a million times, the only detriment Asuka has is that her English isn't that great. If I just imagine, because Asuka's got all the accolades that you just listed. Imagine if she was just super sick on the mic in English. I'm sure Asuka kills a promo in Japanese. But
I do feel like we're getting her and EO soon, and people want it. People want her.
I mean, why wouldn't you want that?
And we seen on SmackDown EO kind of looking like her and Bailey probably gonna go ahead and Money in the Bank. So, y'all. By the way, y'all don't know. Bailey literally took EO off her shirt and have 2 pictures of Dakota and her on the shirt. So,
Okay, while we're talking about women's wrestling, this is gonna be a little bit of a veer, folks. I want to know, how do you feel about New Japan making the NJPW Strong Belt for Sasha Banks, Mercedes Moné, then her getting injured in the match for it, and then having to put the belt on Willow Nightingale, which shout out to Willow. But I mean, they literally went and had let's be honest, they literally went and had a belt made for her. And then she ended up
I
getting
bet
injured
Sasha
in
name
that.
was on the belt. That's how you know.
But literally, from all accounts, from a bunch of different insiders, that belt, they literally, because New Japan had made some extended deal with Sasha, but she didn't honestly want to travel to Japan all like that. And, New Japan Strong is basically the American division of New Japan. And they saw the numbers that she had brought in when they did the little, whatever they called it, their little pay per view in the Valley. So after that, then they come out with this New Japan Strong Women's Championship. And Sasha gets injured in the match she's supposed to win it, and they have to put it on an AEW representative that Tony Khan sent over.
They'll probably
And
get it
Willow
back
Knight.
in Forbidden Door somehow.
Yeah, but now do you think she's gonna heal in time to be? Because that has to be what the
No
play
way.
was.
What
Her
Forbidden Door is when? August?
August.
She ain't healing from a broken ankle in 3 months.
Oh, I thought it was a broken foot.
I thought it was a broken ankle. Let's see.
Broken ankle's worse than a broken foot, so damn.
Yeah, a broken foot could just be like a bone that fractured.
Although a broken foot did put down CM Punk, but CM Punk's a lot older than Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, whatever.
Let's see what it say. Let's see what it say. Let's see if they said it's severe ankle injury.
Damn, cold game.
If it was broken foot, she could probably heal in about a month.
Because I was legitimately surprised when I heard that Willow Nightingale had won the title before I found out that Sasha had been injured during the match.
Oh, you probably was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Because they cookie cutter made this title for Sasha.
Yeah, but if she break her ankle, you can't.
Yeah, if she broke her ankle, she ain't defending that shit.
I'm saying so. She can't even get up to do a move.
But I think even though it's a horrible mishap, I'm sure New Japan is thoroughly disheartened at this point. But at least Willow Nightingale gets a nice little tick being the inaugural women's strong champion.
Yeah, and you beat you beat Sasha.
Even though they had to call it on the fly because she broke her ankle. But
still,
kayfabe, you got over on her. It is what it is.
And that's an all-time legend first.
Yeah, I was going to say, guaranteed Hall of Famer. Guaranteed first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion.
Yeah, so shout out to her. Willow, I like Willow. I think she has a lot of potential.
I like Willow's she's got good vibes. She's always smiling. She's
hopefully,
decent in the ring.
To be honest, if they like Tony, like, hey, New Japan can use it for a little bit, she probably get more over. She would
but
Tony.
I think Bull Monaco's daughter just won both of the Tokyo Joshi Pro titles, the Princess of Princess Championship and the Wonder Championship. I just saw that too.
But yeah,
they're looking nasty.
That
was your daily dose of Japanese women's wrestling, folks.
If New Japan, I think she'll probably fare better in New Japan than she did under AEW. At this point, what's she gonna do? Go get beat up by?
But that's the thing. It's not like she's gonna get out of her. She's definitely just a transitional champion.
Oh, I'm talking about just for the few times she's a champion, she get more because maybe she'll stay over there. You know what I mean?
Because Tony's literally got her in a little mock rivalry on Ring of Honor with Athena, I do believe. So
do we put her over now because she got champion?
No. I don't know, but now he's got him the New Japan Strong Women's Champion can get beat by the Ring of Honor Women's Champion real quick now.
Well, it might help her because maybe you feel like, maybe we give her the win. And I'm like, maybe they'll help your resume a little more. So
I don't know, but to give her the win would be to give her the Ring of Honor Women's Championship.
Oh, it's a championship match? Oh, that might be.
You see what I'm saying?
Do it then. This is make her a star. Time to make a star.
I mean, hey, being a double promotion champion of two bigger promotions can never hurt.
Know what I'm saying? Just do it. Pull the trigger.
I mean, look at Kenny Omega, or maybe TK gets in there and negotiates into Athena picking up the belt and just saying "fuck Willow." That'd be dirty, but
listen, it's time to make a star and throw it to the wolves. Maybe it work out, maybe it don't. Give it both belts and see what happens.
That could be banging content, or it could be horrible. Either way,
don't be scared, bro. That's all I gotta say. Sometimes you gotta risk.
Or just hire someone else to book your fucking wrestling for you, Tony. It looks like you're getting a little deep in the water, and now you're adding a third 2-hour show.
Man, Hulk Hogan ain't never appearing in no Saudi Arabia.
Hulk Hogan in Saudi Arabia is wild.
I'm saying Hulk Hogan. It's
That
a
is crazy.
WWE bring everybody and their mama to Saudi Arabia. Hulk Hogan
They're
still.
not bringing. What you think he's gonna come out to Real American in front of fucking the Saudi Arabian people? Man, that would
People
be.
forget what his
Hey,
gimmick was.
that would be when the Iron Sheik finally got revenge. The
Tor,
Iron Sheik would assassinate.
People forget what Hulk Hogan gimmick was.
People forget that Hulk Hogan's a bigot and a racist.
I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about his gimmick in
I
general. His
know. The
gimmick in
Real
general.
American. I mean, listen, the Iron Sheik was one of his all-time greatest rivals. He's a fucking hero in Saudi Arabia.
I'm saying he's like
And this was in the time when people stabbed each other over wrestling.
Adam Cole should have brought out Sabu.
Bruh. If we're listen, wait till we get to talk about AEW, folks, because that's my biggest. What the fuck connection does Sabu have? Hold on. Let's get through Night of Champions before we get to it. We'll have a nice little spot near the end for AEW.
We're not gonna do the show like we do every week. Instead, we just gonna because this show is already 40 minutes. We just gonna talk about everything what we liked and didn't like of the week. Natalia on her birthday got squashed.
Vince got his one match in on this card. He was like,
well, these two matches might be because
I was gonna say the next one.
The Cody Rhodes Brock Lesnar match was 100% booked like he got anime character.
It was the reason. But no, but you got to think Cody lost in the end though. But
that's Vince's thing.
Yeah, but it's Roman 101 only over with the American Nightmare skin.
Vince remembered that Cody got over when he was injured more, so he was like,
nigga, now your arm's broken. First it was a torn pec on one side, nigga. We're gonna give you the opposite side broken arm. You got a titanium cast.
But let's get into this. Natalia got whooped on her birthday. She traveled all the way to Saudi Arabia to get beat on her birthday.
Yeah. Woo.
Hopefully they gave her a nice little package so she can travel around the country. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Can enjoy her birthday.
That was Vince though. Vince was like, hey, what? It's her birthday. Who's she facing? Rhea Ripley? Squash her. You wasn't getting the niggas thought that she was about to get the Selena Vega treatment. Nah.
Mustafa Ali got it. They couldn't do it twice.
Yep, I was gonna say they had used it up already.
So
I'm surprised they didn't put the new tag team that Jinder Mahal's the manager of.
I think they were too new to the thing. They ain't even been on TV yet.
Well, Veer has been there forever. Veer killed it on social media. They should have ran with him.
Veer is hilarious. Let him be funny, bro. Just let him be funny, please.
But for some reason they won't. They got to put him.
But technically, he is funny because he keeps coming. And he never comes. They did it again. His new thing is they're coming. They're coming.
That is controversial marketing. I don't know how many people you think are going to buy the "They're Coming" T-shirt. Huh?
It's gonna be amazing.
You gonna wear it? You wear that to church? You gonna wear the "They're Coming" T-shirt to church, though, May?
Where I'm coming.
Even better. Listen, I'll go to church, but only if I can wear the Britt Baker domestic violence T-shirt.
I don't know what they were thinking, but that match was nothing. Rhea Ripley looked strong, and I don't know what Dom is. Hilarious.
I mean, Rhea Ripley looked amazing, and Dom did his part. He lured her off so Rhea could get the jump on her, and
then he jumped in her arms, and then she carried over there on that and said "Happy birthday."
We got to point out, if you go back and watch, folks, Natalia definitely tried to sandbag Rhea on the Riptide.
I would too on my birthday. I dare you tell me I'm getting squashed on my birthday.
Let's go.
It probably ain't nothing personal. It's probably the Vince.
Joe could definitely wear the domestic violence tee to church. I feel like he'd go over stunningly.
Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar in the most anime tight wrist.
Hey, he had a titanium cast, nigga, and he put in work.
Yo, he came in as soon as he said it, I was like, "Oh, that's finna come into play." They wouldn't just randomly break. Like they said, like Logan Paul has a bionic fist.
Yeah, because of the screws from the broken hand in the Floyd Mayweather fight. We know the lore.
And now he got titanium. I'm like, okay.
Now he got a titanium cast, bruh.
I'm like, so the doctor's gonna let him come out in a titanium cast in a mat, or he can use it to knock someone out.
Thank God kayfabe's dead, folks, or this would be wild.
Just come out there and like, why is he allowed to use this?
Thankfully, we all know that Cody Rhodes' arm is not legitimately broken. Fucking, but
My whole thing, if
I like the match. Did you not like the match?
It was so over the board. I was entertained.
I was gonna say it was, but I like this Brock Lesnar, bro. I like this Brock Lesnar. Like, all the way from when he came out and told Cody, I want to fight. Like, bruh.
I don't think Cody will be at Money in the Bank, but I do think he'll be at SummerSlam, and that's when they had their third match.
And that'll be the rubber match. It's got to be last man standing, bruh. And they got to fucking throw everything in the kitchen sink at each other. Because we've had 2 straight matches already. If you've watched this show at any point in time, you know I'm not one to overly advocate for furniture and fucking hardcore death matches or anything like that. But this has gotten to the point now, which is a testament to Triple H's angle booking and building. Do you agree? Don't you think this last match, it should be no DQ, something like last man standing?
100%.
Walmart sells baddies. Only not the baddies you're thinking about. It's the drug kind of baddies.
But yeah, he used his titanium arm, hit him in like 3 crossroads. Brock kicked out because of course Brock's a man. Then he put him in a Kimura lock and broke his arm like 15 times, the same way he did on Raw.
The pain was so bad that Cody eventually passed out. And
Brock was mad that he couldn't knock him out, but he was happy at the same time, but he was upset a little bit. So I doubt it. So it led to the third one.
Brock's definitely going to attack Cody randomly at least one more time before they fight again.
Or maybe Cody attacked Brock this time. Right? Maybe. Ooh. Yeah, listen, I'm tired of you. You think you got me because I had a broken arm? Well, technically, you can't even use that because, hey, I still don't know how he could bend his arm with a titanium cast.
No, because it only went up. It only went up to. If you look, it stopped short of the bend of his elbow.
I get it. That makes sense, but
that's how he can still move it.
He using that. Well, it kind of.
But you see, they're saying the break is in the forearm. Not at the joint, which is why, because if it was like a breakup here, he'd have one of them casts where what you were thinking, like where they're just stuck.
Well, he showed you that month, and Brock was getting up like a super.
And the only problem I have with that is that he no-sold using it. Like he didn't wince with it or freaking. Because listen, I broke my finger once, and it hurt just to move my hand around. So I couldn't imagine having to like just haul off and slap somebody with that hand multiple times.
Yeah. Then he hit him with a bunch of crossroads. Brock basically no-sold them.
Did he hit a disaster kick in this?
I think he did.
Okay, then I missed it. I wasn't looking.
I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. He jumped off the rope and did. Brock took that cut or something.
But Brock sent that nigga to Suplex City early on, and the way he was suplexing him, he was landing directly on the broken arm. It was perfect.
Yeah, so Brock, they did what they had to do. This anime fight they had. It wasn't too much.
Yeah, it wasn't too over the top.
Right? Why anime fights be too much? I'm like, bro.
Yeah, it was.
Let me hit you in the head with a straight sledgehammer shot with a basket over you, and you just get up. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't how this works.
Never forget Bray Wyatt no-sold 19 stomps.
He did. I'm like, a move that's legit can kill you. Let's like, oh, I'm no-selling this, and let's get back up. I'm like, oh,
the only thing that stopped him was the toolbox to the head.
And then he got up and started choking him again.
And somehow we got a disqualification in a Hell in a Cell match.
No, Tori, he put the toolbox on his head and then he hit him with the burst.
It was the giant sledgehammer.
Which I'm like, I don't care who you are. I don't care what animal you are. I don't care if you're a giant grizzly bear. If you are on the ground, I hit you with a straight sledgehammer, you going night for you to.
But you got to think that you got to remember this is a guy who later on fucking lost by being fucking lit on fire on Christmas Eve and burning in the middle of the ring.
He lost all these matches, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't win any of these.
He didn't even get pinned.
Even though Hell in a Cell was no DQ.
That man got set on fire, and they were like, "Oh, the match is over." I'm like, "Did he?"
I
It
mean,
just
they burned him alive, bruh. We literally saw his whole. But this was during the Thunderdome era, folks. So they had a lot more liberties with. They had a lot more creative license.
Well, let's get in some other stuff that happened this week. It's basically AEW. That's it.
Yeah.
We got this four pillars match coming up
SmackDown this
soon.
week was pre-taped, folks. So I mean,
Austin Theory beat Sheamus, which I was like,
yeah.
Karrion Kross lost again.
But hold on, wait. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad we're actually. They need to mention it more. Mention it more. He beat John Cena at WrestleMania. I need him to be mentioning that at every fucking turn because it means something.
It does. It should mean a lot. I don't understand why.
Because they're barely acknowledging it. That's why it's not.
Yeah, but he beat Sheamus, so he got. I guess he got to chill that week. Karrion Kross was at the show. LA Knight was too. The crowd love LA Knight. The crowd loves him.
Yeah.
And then we even saw on SmackDown. That was the only
what
time.
What if LA Knight beats Gunther? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, folks. Unless Gunther's going to go after Seth at that point. Then, yeah.
Well, LA Knight is on SmackDown, so you had to be.
Oh, you're right. Damn. Fuck this brand. The brand split is so stupid, bro.
He facing Montez for a shot to get in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and I'm like,
I want both of them.
I want both of them.
No, fuck Montez Ford. If we're talking about LA Knight, yeah, winning the fucking Money in the Bank, give it to me.
But if the three people from SmackDown, I want Ricochet, Montez, and LA Knight, and I want Logan Paul to also be in the match, and we go get some crazy.
That's such a good. No, they got to bring back Bad Bunny too. Bad Bunny, Logan Paul, LA Knight, Montez Ford.
LA
Ricochet. Knight. Ricochet. That would be a crazy ass ladder match.
You know Logan Paul gonna do something crazy and risk breaking everything in his body just because he's entertainment to.
As long as he makes sure to hit the Maverick Lariat at some point.
He might do it off top of the ladder.
I still, man. Hey, Hangman, if you catch Logan Paul out, y'all got to scrap. Even if you're wearing your leather eye patch, you still got to fight that nigga.
Hey, what if Logan, what if they had two ladders side by side and he does it off one ladder on top?
They do collide. That would be anime type shit. That's like when Killer B and the Raikage, when they both do the thunder lariats at each other. That's that type of shit.
That's the reason. Only reason I'm saying it because Logan Paul has had two anime moments in WWE. That picture, him jumping and then.
But I'm pretty sure since he had his first singles match, he's used the buckshot lariat at least once in every match.
He did.
So at least we know. Do you think that was like a Shawn Michaels suggestion, or do you think he's watched AEW and was like, "Yo, that's
pretty sure cool. I'm pretty sure he ain't watched AEW. I'm pretty sure that's Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels was like, "Yo, do this shit, bro. It's nasty."
Logan Paul had.
They took away the only good thing about Hangman Page, in my opinion. The only thing about old Hangnail Page that was super respectable was that he was the only nigga busting out a buckshot lariat like that. And think even CM Punk tried that shit, busted his ass. You know what I mean? I think when he tried again, he eventually got it over and did it, but still. But Logan Paul smacked that. Any other time in AEW, even though, yes, I know it's on purpose, folks, they even make it a thing. When you try to use Hangman Page's finisher, when you try to hit a buckshot lariat, you don't get it off. But Logan Paul does every fucking time. And a couple times cleaner than Hangman has.
Logan Paul just steals everybody's moves, and I love it.
Yeah. Three Amigos, Frog Splash, Buckshot Lariat, fucking.
Probably do a stunner, Nick.
Yo, Logan Paul versus KO could slap.
It could. No, he'll probably like that dumb shit. Especially if he'll probably look at Logan Paul like he used to look at Jeff Hardy, just like do some stupid shit.
Yeah, do something flashy, kid.
Just go out there and do something dumb.
Do a flip.
Jump off. Now, if you're gonna do it, if you do flipping stuff, you gotta make it amazing. You know, Vince hate flipping
Oh
stuff, but
yeah,
that's
that's
just crazy.
so you're saying Vince should treat him like his son. Go out there and jump off something high for my approval that you're never
Yeah,
gonna
don't
do.
just do regular aerial stuff. Go out there
You gotta pull a Shane and jump off a 30-foot Titantron through 3 tables. Fucking
or do a spear off the top of a ladder while a man holding the thing, and then spear him through a fire flaming table. Just edge. Let's do something that
yeah.
might kill you. If you're gonna do it to where it can murder you.
I mean, but never forget, Cody Rhodes put himself through a flaming table on AEW against Andrade.
We did. We had a discussion about it, and it was
We did.
absolutely
This
terrible.
nigga put himself through a flaming table. He's so much. Do you see the tweet that Brandy made though? She said
Yeah.
she tweeted what was it? Some shit like, and there are actually people who think that he should have stayed where he was at. I was like, yo, banger.
Yo,
Because listen, niggas booed him, and we were covering it back when he was in AEW, folks. So please believe we've kept the same energy.
Cody
People
Rhodes.
were booing him out of the building in AEW. And as soon as he came to WWE, that WrestleMania, Joe in the comments, he popped all through that WrestleMania when Cody debuted.
But yeah, Logan Paul, if he did something, he'll probably do a buckshot lariat off one ladder to another ladder and knock Ricochet off while he doing.
Well, that I don't know if that'll work. How is he doing a buckshot? Because think, how's he gonna flip through? What's he gonna do?
He's
Flip
gonna jump
over the
off
rope
the rope. He gonna jump on the rope, jump to the ladder, do a flip.
and do a flip off the ladder into the lariat? You're smoking crack.
Or if he actually pulled it off,
That
like this.
listen, then he has defied gravity and physics to a level that I don't even want to think about. And he
Hey,
has to
Logan
use his
Paul.
talents elsewhere instead of being a wrestler.
Logan Paul would be officially the greatest move that ever been done.
Yeah, if this nigga a springboard buckshot lariat off of the fucking ladder, give him all the belts. Roman's got to come give him both the belts. Seth got to bring his belt down to Gunther, fucking Austin Theory. Yep, Sami and K.O. too. Y'all got to bring him all the belts if he does a springboard off the ladder buckshot lariat. Springboard onto the ladder, then the buckshot lariat.
Hey, listen. Hey, I see. Hey, he's the only person I think crazy enough to try it besides.
He would kill himself. First of all, springboarding onto a ladder is crazy hard to begin with.
We only seen Shelton Benjamin do it. Ain't that the only person we seen do it?
Well, I think no, I wouldn't say only Shelton. I'm pretty sure Ricochet's done it.
Off the rope onto a ladder?
Off the rope onto a ladder.
I know Ricochet did it. I mean, I know Shelton Benjamin did it.
I was going to say, I remember Shelton Benjamin, but I'm pretty sure Ricochet's done it. And I'm sure if we look across multiple promotions, we might find. But I'm saying, we're saying he's got to do that, and then he's got to do a front flip off of the ladder into a fucking lariat. That's what you want. That's what you're saying he's gonna do.
And you can't even practice this, so
there ain't no practicing it because if you get it wrong, you die. How's he doing a backflip? So he has to do an acai moonsault, 1 foot. So it'd actually be more like a pendulum moonsault. So he'd have to have 1 foot on the ladder. He'd have to kick it through into a flip and then somehow still have the momentum to carry over into a lariat. So it'd actually be more like a reverse fucking, like a reverse pendulum fucking moonsault.
Look, by the way, do not try this. I'm joking.
Don't remotely try that. That is crazy.
If you pull it off, you're the greatest wrestler of all time.
Yes, they should give you all the belts. If you pull that off, if you pull off the springboard ladder assisted buckshot lariat, you get all the belts.
But yeah, if Shelton Benjamin didn't try it, you probably shouldn't try it. And he's a gold medal athlete.
He's still scary good. 1/2 of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew.
He is a Olympic athlete.
I'd like to see Shelton get a mid-card title run at least one more time.
I would like him and Cedric just to be good in tag team match.
But I don't know. They low key kind of ruined it. They never should have broke up the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business could have had a Bloodline-esque run. I'm not saying like carbon copy because the family dynamic's not there. But I mean dominance wise, think of what you could have done on Raw. You could have done that with the Hurt Business, the same shit you did on SmackDown with the Bloodline, essentially.
Let's go. Let's talk about AEW. What you want to talk about from AEW? We like on the whole shit.
I mean, outside. Wait, what was my big grievance? Let me think.
I did like the House of Black, man. You know, it's basically they
Yeah,
just dominated.
I like these house rule matches. Don't get me wrong. I just
I
do
don't think
you
they should be
feel
every
like
week though.
no, you don't think they should be every week?
Yeah, they every week, and I'm like, can't you?
Well, I don't know because think as
Two
many
things we get
wrestlers,
consistently. Orange Cassidy starts every Dynamite,
which
no
is
matter
so
what.
weird.
He's gonna start off every Dynamite regardless. With this Intercontinental title, he's gonna fight. He gonna put it on the line every week to start the night. You know it. You don't even know who he's facing. He just randomly comes out and they act like they don't know who he's coming out to face. This week
But Kyle
he faced
Fletcher,
Kyle Fletcher.
we found out Aussie Open is now signed to AEW, which means they've been what? They were double New Japan champions on handshake deals. What the fuck? And think they only lost those belts because Mark Davis got injured. Hopefully, a speedy recovery to Mark Davis, one of the nastiest pile drivers in the game today. But I like Kyle Fletcher. I like Aussie Open as a tag team. Him and Mark Davis both. I think once Mark Davis heals, that's an amazing get for the tag team division. Aussie Open versus FTR is going to slap no matter what. You know what I mean? But you as an Orange Cassidy fan, do you feel like Tony Khan's overdoing it with Orange Cassidy at this point? The man has the most matches in AEW history, has the most title defenses in AEW history.
I think you got too much talent to have him every week the same thing.
I was
I
about to
get what you
say,
under, like him. Like I said, you make it a little more special every 2 weeks, but every week is kind of.
and think, but hopefully with the addition of Collision, maybe we get to spread it out some.
Oh yeah, then we see Jay White beat up Ricky Starks, and Jay White is funny, but they didn't get the camera on him right, so you missed half of the little funny skit he
Yeah,
was
it
doing.
was.
Like you see him do it, but it's like half his head cut off, and I'm like, that's horrible camera angle for him to do that thing.
Yeah,
You say I'm nitpicking, but if he's mocking Ricky Starks,
we're
you want you to see it.
we're wasting Jay White right now.
It makes you
Let's
feel
be
like he's not
honest.
important if you just halfway cut his head off while he's mocking his opponent. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we don't really care about you.
And I thought, but I think trying to because low key, what are they even doing? Like, why have we still figured out why Jay White's even beefing with Ricky Starks outside of because Juice and him had a problem or some shit?
I don't know. Juice had a problem with him, so he
Shout
got
out
a.
to Juice Robinson though, because I did not know he was married to Tony Storm.
And she
Shout out to
debuted.
him.
And she
'Cause,
debuted at New Japan Strong.
ooh, things I do to Tony Storm.
Tony Storm used the stop sign at New Japan Strong last year.
Respect, yeah. Fred Rosser got his ass whooped. The Bang
Uh,
Bang Gang.
yeah. Mark Briscoe had a funny scene when he started slapping everybody because he tired
Wasting
of him.
Mark Briscoe is another thing, Tony.
I actually like this.
Did you?
It was kind of hilarious.
How?
I
This is
did like.
so stupid.
I like the fact that he's like, yo, I'm listening because this is stupid. So
FTR is the best tag team in the fucking world, bro. In ring, they are the best tag team in the world. Yes or no?
They are
What the fuck are we doing?
between them and the Usos, but probably them.
No. The Usos might be better all around. The Usos are definitely a better promo. I say in the ring,
Oh, in
nine
the ring,
times
yeah.
out of 10, fucking FTR is better than the Usos.
Oh yeah, that was just talking about in the ring. Yes, all around.
All around, I give it to the Usos because Jimmy and Jay both can cut a promo when they want to.
And they can act.
Yeah, they be selling. But in the ring, as far as tag team maneuvers, bruh, FTR is top tier, right there with the Usos and formerly the Briscoes. But bruh, this shit is it's just having Satnam Singh and fucking Satnam Singh and what's his face?
I thought it was
Dude with the
entertainment because
pencil. What's his name?
I like
Sanjay
these.
Dutt.
So you didn't laugh when he slapped Jeff Jarrett.
Bruh, no.
Tori
It's such a
was so mad
waste.
He tore so mad he didn't even enjoy it.
Bro, think about that. Think about the with the horrible thing that happened. The tragedy of that
Yeah.
was the passing of Jay Briscoe. You get Mark Briscoe coming back on the TV with that, and I thought they were going to do it right at first. You get him in there. They have this match with Jay Lethal. Then next thing you know, he's in a little feud with Samoa Joe. Okay, that's respect. But now we're doing this weird shit with FTR and fucking Sanjay Dutt and Satnam Singh and Jeff Jarrett. Oh, it's just not for me, I guess.
I just like seeing Jeff Jarrett get slapped. But
But
MJF and Darby Allin had a face off. I don't know why they had a face off. I'm like, where the other two at? Why?
I think that should just. I honestly, outside of this Pillars 4-way match, I think MJF versus Darby Allin 2 would have been a slapper. Because you got the headlock takedown history and all that shit that you could have played off of. Now you're wasting the little bit of gas you could have got out of that on a fucking 4-way fire that's not going to burn as bright as anyone thinks it is.
And then we got the debut of Lady Frost, who lost in her debut to Taya Valkyrie because they had to present Taya Valkyrie like she's gonna be the one to beat.
They're slowly working themselves into a corner, bro. They have to beat Jade soon, bro.
So they pinned that she's gonna be the one to beat Jade.
She is not Roman Reigns.
She's not Jane Cena either.
No, or Bianca Belair with a totally respectable 416-day run.
Yeah.
That's killing the game.
And Bianca, I feel like Bianca defended her belt way.
Oh yeah, Bianca. No one can say Bianca wasn't a fighting champion, bro. She had way more than 60 matches in that fucking 4 years.
If we be honest, most of Jay matches be squash matches with some random job.
Yeah, bro. She literally she has 9 squash matches, and then every 10th match will be like a somewhat credible opponent where they actually might go more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, I love Kiera Hogan because she's amazing looking, but she good squash.
She's so sexy. You know, her and Diamante are in a relationship together, I do believe. Shout out to them.
But then, but my whole thing is you bring Lady Frost in just to lose, just so Taya Valkyrie.
Is she that good? Like, I've heard about her on the Indies. I think I might have seen a match or two, but I mean, she definitely fit the bill for a Jade Squash.
I'm like, why? If you bring her, like she was considered Jordan Grace, go to WWE. You remember how they did your husband? Please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't
I
go.
I don't know if Jordan Grace gets over in WWE though. If I'm gonna be honest.
She can be a big body. She's strong as shit, so they can.
She's strong as shit, but I'm just saying I don't know.
Vince like Strowman.
I don't know how the writers. Would.
Shout out to Doudrop for losing the name Piper Niven, so when she found it on TV, it can work out. I mean, not losing the name.
Shout out to her for losing Doudrop and finally being Piper Niven again. One of the most underutilized women that they have, bro.
So hopefully when Triple H get time, they can build her up and she can do her
Hell,
thing.
they got to figure out what they're doing with the NXT titles. They got the NXT tag champs on, so NXT just don't. Maybe they're gonna unify.
What I'm thinking is because the women's tag team belt gonna be on Raw, so maybe they just make it the Raw, but that's gonna lead the.
Yeah, because Alba Fire and Isla Daughter on SmackDown.
Yeah, so
you can put me in, bruh. I'd dip in that glass of milk at any time of day.
So you just had them. They had a squash match. Again, we talked about it that week. It was you listen to them coming off injury for a first match and didn't even recognize them. That was bad. Chris Jericho had them cold country because they didn't tell you they were NXT tap, and one was coming off an injury for her first match in a long time. But Chris Jericho and Adam Cole contract signing. It wasn't nothing to it. Roderick Strong beat Daniel Garcia because of course Daniel Garcia was hot and now he don't mean nothing no more. You remember when everybody? You remember the storyline when him and?
Can we talk about? Hold on. TK is back to spending just money on fucking random people intro song. How the hell did he pay for Kill Switch Engage to be fucking Roderick? Who's Roderick Strong to deserve a Kill Switch Engage intro? Like, you better be putting a belt on this nigga.
He beat.
You notice the guns ain't coming out to mini men no more. He wasn't finna keep on paying for that.
Yeah, we got Roderick Strong beat Daniel Garcia, and I'm like, you remember last year when Daniel Garcia was hot?
Yo, he still probably has pictures of somebody because he still gets TV time, even though he be losing a lot now. But you got to think he was wrestling everybody in 2021, 2022. Bryan Danielson, Kenny
Yeah,
Omega, fucking
you
Adam
remember we
Cole.
cared because we thought he was gonna turn on him and be like, "Oh, he's gonna be the star." Even
Yeah.
they in the BCC, he was the one that's supposed to turn on Jericho because they hinted at it, and he like, "You're so talented," and then he
And then
just
it was
didn't.
Wheeler Yuta that turned on the best friends instead of Daniel Garcia turned it on the Jericho appreciators.
And then he just became a side character and that
Yep.
loses all the
He,
time.
he was he was Jericho's Sammy Guevara 2.0. And now they want Sammy Guevara to be a babyface for some reason.
Even though he's still with Jericho, which is
Yeah, but they've done good. They haven't put Ty Mello at his side anymore, which is gonna go a long way to make him more babyface like, because that's just not finna work.
I don't think Tay Mello can ever be a baby fan
No, she just doesn't. She's too pretty, bro.
unless she just go full Trish Stratus back in 1990 or 2001. Trish Stratus.
Yo, if Tony, listen, you want me to talk good about your booking? You book me that Ty versus damn near anybody bra and panties match. Oh, Ty versus the Bunny. Tony, I'll never say another bad word about your booking. You give me Ty versus the Bunny bra and panties match, we're cool. You can put me on the payroll like Uncle Dave, allegedly.
Uh, but then we had the Lucha Bros. They defeated the
The
Blackpool,
BCC.
which is supposed to lead to BCC versus Elite. And I'm like,
Yeah. Just taking L's beforehand.
it's
Anarchy,
weird.
anarchy in the arena, bro.
Yeah,
Are you
um,
excited for the BCC versus the Elite?
not,
Anarchy in the
not
arena.
after BCC keep losing. Like oh y'all they distracted us. Well, you lost anyway. It don't matter.
What if they beat the? What if they? Because I don't. Low key, I feel like they should win this against the Elite. You got Bryan Danielson and John Moxley with Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli against the Young Bucks, Hangnail Page, and Kenny Omega.
Who takes the pin in this match?
Hangman.
You know good and well Tony Khan ain't really.
Hangman takes the pin.
You know that's the one.
No, knowing how Tony books, Wheeler Yuta will take the pin
That's
in
what
this
I
match,
thought too. Willie,
and the Elite will win.
that's what I was saying. Willie, that's what I first thought. Cause that's my thought. Who
But
gonna
if
win the
the
match?
BCC win like they should, and
But
that's hard for me to say
that's
because
why
I
I said
don't
the
care
Elite
for
gonna win, Tori. Because I had the same thought you just had when I asked that question. I was like, who would take the pin in this match out of Tony people? Willie Yuta. And I was
yeah,
like, that means BCC. That means
yeah.
Elite winning because I don't see nobody else taking the pin.
Of course, the EVPs are going to win the Anarchy in the Arena match. They're rebels, and they're going to come out to Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas. We're all going to cheer.
And Willie Yuta got to take the pin
And
because
Willer Yuta's going to eat the pin.
he
Because
has to.
John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli's the fucking Ring of Honor world champion, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, he can't take the pin.
You know what I mean? He's not going to be able to eat the pin. John
Nope.
Moxley thinks he's fucking Rocky, and Bryan Danielson actually deserves to be on top. So
And,
what the fuck?
Young Bucks Kenny all EVPs.
Yeah, the EVPs and then the fucking cowboy that drives a Tesla.
And Tony loves him, so
That'll be who he dresses up as next. First it was fucking Orange Cassidy. He's gonna show up in a Tesla with a fucking Virginia's for Lovers t-shirt on.
no horsepower at all.
None.
Hey, you remember after they made that mistake, they tried to put him in a truck.
No, and then they got
a basic
afraid,
red
and they
truck,
just
too.
doubled down and put the bullhorns back on the Tesla.
I'm like, no, you can't go from Stone Cold big monster truck to
Think
the.
at least remember when FTR showed up in AEW, they showed up in that dope ass rat rod truck with fucking Tully and beat the shit out of niggas and left.
You can't pretend like he's a Texan
No,
cowboy.
he's from Virginia. He's a
No,
Virginian cowboy. Virginia Slim. That should be what they call Hangman Page. He should be Virginia Slim.
You can't be a cowboy driving a Tesla. I'm sorry, that does not fit.
Bro.
Like Stone Cold, you felt like Stone Cold. Of course, he comes out in a muscle truck.
This nigga used to come out to the ring with a fucking leather vest and a noose around his neck. What happened?
I don't even have a problem. Tony,
I guess in hindsight, I see why he might have ditched the noose. That might have been a crazy look. Just white blonde hair, blue eye coming out with the noose around his neck.
just throwing around using it. That's wild. But
But yeah,
AEW,
Willer Yuta has to eat the pin.
that's why I said. That's why I say who gonna win? Who has to eat the pin? Who Tony? Who Tony? Daniel Garcia and Willa Yuta was like the future of wrestling. Then all of a sudden they just lose.
No,
Oh,
really, what's really gonna happen? The BCC is gonna win. Yuta's gonna pin Omega.
Kenny Omega might leave AEW.
Willer Yuta's pinning you on the Anarchy in the ring. Anarchy. That's when Kenny Omega's gonna do his best Hulk Hogan impression. That won't work for me, brother.
When this contract over? November? Kenny Omega gone in November.
Kenny Omega's NXT run inbound.
He finna show up at Survivor Series.
What if they made Kenny Omega go to NXT?
It's Judgment Day versus the Elite.
That would be hilarious.
That's what's going to be.
Low key, if we get babyface AJ out of this, I could dig the OC versus Judgment Day.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, that's what I'm just saying. Hey, make it happen. Because I know if you have him take the pin in the arena, they say we finna get out of here.
And then CM Punk can come back and your show might do 1 million viewers again.
And then everybody gonna get that boost because everybody gonna see Kenny Omega do.
Yeah,
you know how that's how they gonna do.
Kenny Omega in WWE it's gotta happen eventually.
Hopefully it ends up better than the Sting run because I was so excited to see Sting and then Seth Rollins try to murder him.
I saw them talking. Who do you think? Who do you think gets Sting's retirement match? Because I thought about Darby Allin.
I said Darby Allin. Why not? Protege versus you in your career.
But because they got to be thinking about that at some point. That nigga's 62, 63 years old.
I'm saying Goldberg looking for his.
Dives
who's gonna be Goldberg? That's who you need to add. Wardlow.
That could be kind of fire.
That's who he deserves.
I think they've cooled Wardlow off so much.
Wardlow, that's how you get him back again. Because they ain't gonna do Powerhouse Hobbs because Tony seems not to like him.
That's who I think you should have beating Goldberg.
But Tony don't like him, so
I don't know why, bro. Powerhouse Hobbs could have a stellar ass run in NXT right now. Put him in there right at the tail end of fucking. They're getting ready to move up Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker loses to Will Hobbs on the way out. And then Will Hobbs just has a dominant ass run in NXT till you bring him up topside.
Yeah, I'm looking. Hey, I just want to know what's gonna happen because I don't know. I want Hobbs and to be out. Give Wardlow to Goldberg. Let Wardlow beat Goldberg. Maybe he can get over somehow. Until Tony book him to lose and like.
Because Will Hobbs a future champ, bro. Like he's got the look. He's got the in ring. He's got the story. He's got the fucking. He can.
Honestly, Jones on Raw now, and I don't never see him.
I thought he had the juice for a good little minute too, and then we just never used him. But I think he got.
I don't know if he got the juice or not because he don't never be on TV.
We got to see him for like 3 weeks back in 2021, and then never again.
He got hurt, and then he got drafted. I'm like, why the fuck he get drafted?
Well, I think they drafted Indy Hartwell with a broke ass foot.
But Indy at least won the championship before.
True.
So she had a reason, like, oh, this is the NXT Women's Champion. Look how impressive
if you go back and look, folks, there might have been a time where I said Odyssey Jones could have been the second coming of Keith Lee done right. And look at how that turned out.
Oh, I did. So he did. He was supposed to have a match, but then Braun Breaker speared him in half, and then he never got a match, and then got drafted.
Oh, damn.
Like, he was supposed to have a match, and Braun Breaker heel spear is amazing.
Just rattling niggas.
I'm like, okay, this is what you should be. He just like, I look at him, I'm like, oh, you your uncle right now.
Damn, there was one pet peeve I had with AEW, and I cannot think of what it was now.
Ricky Starks getting beat up every week?
No, Ricky Starks could have been a star too. He still can be.
Ricky Starks continually getting beat up?
Yeah.
Was it
the waste of Jay White?
Christian. I'm like, Christian, the only thing I look forward to in AEW, he got to beat Wardlow, right?
Yeah, he has to. Put the belt back on him.
Because
Wardlow's languishing. Like, Wardlow, you missed the You missed the window for Wardlow for the time being. We can't miss you if you won't go away.
Yeah, then
Let my inner
Christian.
Jim Cornette come out for a second. And some stuff he's right. That's one. Some people you just need to take that little break away. Then you can come back with a bang.
Yeah, we got Christian Cage. I think he should win. Anything else, Tori, on this week?
Um, what was the main event?
It was the BCC and Lucha Bros.
Oh yeah. Nope. Tony Khan's middling booking continues, and we're gonna lead into Wembley, and what hell? All ends tomorrow, folks.
Yep. So we all in is tomorrow.
Or wait, no, it's double
Was
or
it?
nothing. That's tomorrow because
Oh.
it's all in. That's in
Oh,
Wembley Stadium.
yeah, all in. So it's on double or nothing. Shout out to Collision on June 17th is in Chicago. Everybody knows CM Punk coming back at that point.
Yeah, the show was already called The Second Coming allegedly. So
How long before he get mad at TK and do
how long till he gets injured? Hopefully we get it. If he can stay healthy long enough for us to get another MJF esque trilogy out of him with somebody, I'm here for it.
Yeah, but George said just give me that trilogy before you go off on a rant that you get.
Yeah, I would say.
I remember watching the Triple H Stone Cold interview. He like, I never had a problem with dude. He just be upset. And then he said, I walked to him and be like, I heard you was mad. He be like, no, I'm good. And then he just walk away and then he's like, I heard
passive aggressive Punk, yo.
TK be like the same thing. He like, oh, you
Yeah.
and you and Hangman good. He like, yeah. And then he go out there and cut a promo randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I
That
thought
you
you
got
was
a
good.
point. I thought we were cool, man.
I had y'all work it out. Y'all talked and everything. I thought y'all was good. You remember that was the report? Him and Hangman talked.
Yeah.
And then he, after the show, just decided he gonna go off on him. Triple H said he used to do that all the time. Like he'll be pissed and then he'll go to him like, "Hey, you got a problem, man? We can settle it."
Hey, you got to think. Punk came into the game with a. Punk will forever be one of the few people that fucking think Vince McMahon licensed music for Punk. That ego's different, bro. Vince hated paying for music. Still hates paying for music.
How many people he do that for? He did it for AJ Styles. He ended up liking AJ afterwards.
Did it for The Undertaker when he did American Badass.
He did it for Stone Cold. The
Did
Rock
it twice for The Undertaker. Some 41, not some 41, but it was Kid Rock and some 41. He licensed both of the songs for him during that run. But Undertaker's like a day one type shit. The Rock's was his own voice.
You know what I'm saying? If you smell, and then he did the other one. It's cooking.
And then John Cena made his own intro music too in the end.
Edge had it.
Triple H. He licensed the songs for Motorhead for Triple H.
Edge.
Yeah. But big time niggas.
Yeah. So if he licensed for you, most of y'all gonna get generic music.
Because CM Punk's a first ballot Hall of Famer too, although it'll have to be after Vince dies.
Hey, Triple H didn't got no problem with him, but Vince be like, yeah, I hate him. Technically, Vince, like, I did pay for music for you. I let you drop a pipe bomb on me and diss me on TV and gave you a mic and said, I don't care what you say. Which made, basically, if we be honest, made you famous. That made you.
For real. The pipe bomb did it for him.
That's what I'm saying. You became elite. When you left, all because the pipe bomb, when you left, people just start cheering your name. Because I promise you,
took his ball and went home.
Your first championship run was like a year and a half and nobody cared about it?
Yeah. Up until the beef with John Cena.
Yeah, his first run was like a year and a half. He even faced the Undertaker. It was like that Undertaker feud was better than his.
I low-key think if they'd have done it right, CM Punk could have broke the streak and it would have been stupid.
Oh, yeah, but
I don't think he became just because wasn't CM Punk like number 20?
Yeah, I don't think they was expecting the streak to be broken at that point though. So I thought they was gonna keep it going.
And plus he showed up with Paul Bearer's ashes. R.I.P. Percy.
Yeah. But that was like I said, at that point I don't think they ever imagined him losing until Undertaker got a little older.
Yeah.
So then
I still feel like they wasted it on Brock Lesnar, but
Thanks to John Cena, it made it more impactful because John Cena like, hey,
They
squash me.
definitely did. The squash match that came after breaking the streak definitely made it feel a lot more concrete. Made sense.
Yeah, so it was John Cena helped it. He said it wouldn't make sense if you broke the streak and then me and you doing 50-50. Let's make
Yeah.
it impactful. And he told Vince, he's like, yo, we're gonna
Sent
make it.
that nigga to Suplex City.
By the way, for people that don't think Vince likes AJ Styles, he let AJ Styles have Undertaker's last match. That's all he did.
That's
You know, AJ told the story like I called, man. I was like, I heard him and Stone Cold had a thing, so I was like, he only got one or two more. Let me have it. And Vince like, okay, if you didn't want to, you can have it. And I'm like, Vince wouldn't do that for anybody.
and that was only that. Remember, also, folks, that was one of the only good cinematic matches we got. That
Vince,
and the Firefly Funhouse match with John Cena. Those were the two best.
and I think, and there's reports that Vince said he regret not signing AJ Styles years ago because he never heard of him. Because Vince
Think
don't hear
about
of
how
him.
long AJ was in TNA before he even went to New Japan, and you think that Vince didn't notice AJ till AJ became the leader of the Bullet Club in New Japan, and that's when he finally decided he wanted to sign AJ. And think that was after his amazing Ring of Honor and TNA runs.
But they didn't even rumor. Vince even let him and damn
He
with
had
that one
multiple
damn.
tryouts throughout the years for the WWE, though, didn't he?
I think I know he had
I know
one.
he had at least one before they signed him back in the day. I want to say that he had two or three, but
But
the
Vince
wrestling
did say
community will let you know either way.
But Vince did say he regret not signing him earlier because he know he had that pit bull in him.
He had a dog in him for real, for real.
So Vince even let him and Dan Bryant come in his office and do that little skit of Money in the Bank. So that's how much you know he liked it. So AJ got a lot of cred in WWE, even though he's picking back up now, and he had a great
And
match
him,
tonight.
hey, I would say, yep, him and Seth put on a banger. And like I
Him and
said,
him and Shinsuke been
AJ's
revived.
45 years old, coming off of a broken leg, Brett, and went out there phenomenal. Like,
Him and Shinsuke got revived since they come back.
oh yeah,
So that's a good thing. So I'm happy about that. One on SmackDown, one on Raw. So hopefully they keep it up and we get some more people getting over because they need to. I'm hearing that they saying Triple H is high on Pete Dunne, but they got to figure out how to get his name off of him. So, so when that happens, I guess we'll get that. So we'll see what's going on. Y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think about Night of Champions, AEW this week, SmackDown, NXT, Raw. I know we didn't really go over it. We did talk about a little bit what happened on SmackDown and Raw and NXT and AEW, but I didn't want to leave AEW out. Y'all let us know in the comment. Tori, what can they find you?
you already know AfroComedy765 on all platforms. Of course, on Overall 99 Media, being an Overall 99 scumbag. You know the vibe, something flagrant, something inflammatory.
Yeah, y'all see all the social medias at the bottom. Go follow them over on 99 Media, 99 Scozell May, Uniqo Williams, Afro Coming 765, Monray Hudson.
All the various Overall 99 channels.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. So GDC Mafia, all that stuff, man. So join those. We had a discussion on 50 versus Ludacris, closer than we expected.
Yeah, up
Well,
until the end.
yeah, then it kind of got once you get past like 10, he got kind of like okay, we see what the difference is at that. But like and subscribe. Y'all might not know who we are. Do you think they know Tor?
Maybe, but just in case they don't.
Who are these niggas?